How much are you spending each month living in the US? $1,100 for rent, $300 for health insurance, $400 for food, electricity, and medication. And that's only the basics, not counting the feeling of loneliness and being left behind in the place you once called home. A state of alarm. The number of elderly prisoners in the US is rising because getting out of prison costs more than staying in. Retiring in America, for so many people, is no longer a reward after a lifetime of work. It is a survival equation. But what if I told you that there are places in the world where $900 a month is enough for you to live in a small villa near the beach, have breakfast with tropical fruit, eat grilled lobster for lunch, and see a doctor for the price of a sandwich in New York? What then? I will take you to 3 places where just opening your eyes every morning, you already know you are living. Truly. No need to give up your citizenship. No need to buy a house. No need to drain your bank account. Just a little courage, and you will have the most deserving years of your life. This is where you discover dreams that don't require tightening your belt. This is living like a millionaire on an everyday budget. Are you ready? Dream it. Pack it. Go. 1. Koh Phangan. Escaping the schedule, touching freedom. If you ever thought retirement was a rocking chair with the TV on low volume and a glass of water beside the table, then Koh Phangan will break that image with a smile salted by the sea. This small island in the Gulf of Thailand is not only the gathering point for young people partying at the full moon party, it is a place where quite a few Americans over 60 have set foot and no longer want to leave. Jack, 68, once worked in banking in San Diego. The day he arrived in Koh Phangan, he planned to stay for only 2 weeks, but now he has been teaching vegan cooking here for over 3 years. I don't need to own anything. I just need to open my door every morning, feel the sea breeze, and know I didn't accidentally die in paradise. He laughed. Life in Koh Phangan is like a stream of cool water, flowing slowly but never stagnant. A wooden bungalow with a thatched roof, just a few steps from the beach, with Wi-Fi, a kitchen, and air conditioning, costs only about 15,000 baht per month, equivalent to over 400 USD. If you want to live like a luxurious hermit in the coconut forest with a private pool, a 2 to 3 bedroom villa also costs only around 765 1,200 USD month. Most housing is fully equipped and comes with the added bonus of morning birdsong as free alarm service. Tourists newly arriving on the island often choose hotels to try living for a few weeks before renting a long-term home. The good news is you can sleep well with an extremely light budget. Hostels and clean guest houses start from $13 a night. The lovely beachfront resorts, with pools and bars, also cost only around $25–50. And except during full moon periods, most places are quiet, peaceful, and uncrowded. Every meal here is a reminder that simple living does not mean lacking. Tom yum noodles, pineapple fried rice, grilled chicken skewers, sizzling pad thai, all under $2. An American can eat full 3 meals chak day with less than 10 USD. And if you want to try slightly fancier European-style restaurants, it still costs only about 12–15 USD for a main dish. The monthly food expense, if not wasteful, stays around 300 to 400 USD. That is a number that in New York would only buy a few decent glasses of wine. But Koh Phangan is not only a place to save money, it is a place where time seems well-mannered. Everything is slow, but not sluggish. In the morning, people practice yoga, paddle supi, meditate under mango trees. In the afternoon, you can learn surfing, learn Thai cooking, or simply walk until your legs get tired around beaches like Had Yuan, Ao Hin Kong. Here, Nature is not decoration, it is life. The Thai people on the island are surprisingly friendly. English is common in tourist areas, and if you smile first, you will receive an honest smile back. The foreign community here is very strong. Some people have lived for a decade, opening yoga studios, cafes, or simply retiring and becoming friends with the sea. The healthcare system is also enough to make you feel assured. There is a small hospital on the island, and with just a ferry ride to Koh Samui, you can access Bangkok Hospital, a leading international facility with excellent doctors, proper English, and reasonable consultation fees. You can buy international health insurance from the US or register for a local plan. Feels reassuring, doesn't it? Regarding visas, Thailand offers quite good conditions. If you are over 50 years old, have savings of about 24,000 USD, or a pension of 2,000 USD month, you can apply for the retirement visa, OA, valid for 1 year and easily renewable. The procedures may be a bit meticulous, but not complicated, and no one forces you to retire standing still. In Koh Phangan, you can retire while living more than ever. In Koh Phangan, you won't feel like a stranger for too long. The foreign community here is not only large but also connected like a small global village. They come from everywhere: the US, Germany, France, Australia. Some have lived here for 10 years, some just a few months, but are easy to talk to and willing to share. In the morning, you may meet them in a beach yoga class. In the afternoon, at a bamboo cafe overlooking the sea. At night, at an outdoor movie screening or a handmade night market. There are people who used to be lawyers, photographers, chefs, or teachers, now living a new life, less stressful but not boring at all. Retirees find companions, young remote workers find a second family, and you, if you ever feared being lonely when leaving the US, will be surprised to realize you have never been this connected. A German friend once said, "Here, no one asks what you used to do. They only care whether you feel peaceful today." A month living here, including rent, food, entertainment, insurance, and transportation, only ranges from 1,200 to 1,500 USD if living alone. If going as a couple, the cost can be even more economical. With that amount of money, in the US, you would have just finished paying rent and car insurance. Here, you live like someone who knows they are truly alive. And the most important thing does not lie in the price, but in the feeling. The feeling that every morning is worth waking up for, every afternoon is worth watching, and every person you meet on the road carries a real story. Can you imagine such a life for yourself? Leave a comment. I really want to hear what you think. And if you find this video valuable, just one like and one subscribe, and I'll know I should make the next part for you. 2. Diani Beach, Kenya. When retirement is no longer withdrawing, but truly beginning to live. If there is a place in the world where your retirement money doesn't shrink because of bills, where every morning begins with the sound of waves, and every afternoon is a crimson sunset stretched across the palm trees, where people live slowly without sadness, live simply without lacking, then that place is called Diani Beach, a long, endless strip of white sand on Kenya's east coast, along the Indian Ocean. Diani is not on the list of popular retirement cities like Chiang Mai or the Algarve, nor does it appear in familiar best places to live rankings. But that is exactly what makes it different. It's not noisy, not flashy. It's raw. It's real. And because of that, it holds on to what many other places have lost: the original essence of a place worth living. From the US, the journey here sounds far, but in reality, it isn't complicated. just a flight to Nairobi or Mombasa, usually connecting through Doha, Dubai, or Istanbul, and you have arrived in Kenya. From there, only a short 1-hour flight to Ukunda Airport right next to Diani. Everything after that is comforting. Tuk-tuks gliding smoothly along the coastal road, palm forests rustling, and ocean air so fresh you just want to breathe in deeply to keep it inside your chest. And then the big question appears in your mind. It's beautiful. But how much does it cost to live here? The short answer, much lower than you think. A lot lower. And the miracle is, even though the cost is extremely gentle, you don't have to sacrifice your quality of life at all. A 1-2-bedroom villa, less than a 5-minute walk from the beach, with a garden, kitchen, Wi-Fi, and air conditioning, costs only from $250 to $350 USD month. Someone once joked, "In the US, I pay $350 just to park my car. In Diani, I live like a king with that amount of money." If you're not ready to sign a long-term lease, the hotels in Diani are always open with very lovely prices, from $16 USD night for a clean room with stable Wi-Fi. Want an upgrade? Resorts with swimming pools, breakfast buffets, ocean view rooms, also only $40-70 USD night. Food here is a remarkable experience, not only because the food is delicious, but because the prices are adorable. A dinner with grilled lobster, coconut rice, mango salad, sometimes less than $5 USD. And in local eateries, where you sit with Kenyan residents, chat, and listen to Swahili music, dishes like nyama choma, grilled meat, ugali, cornmeal, or hot peanut soup start from only $1-2 USD per serving. A day in Diani can pass in a surprisingly pleasant calm. Morning walks along the beach, noon stops at the market to buy fruit, afternoon reading on the porch, and every moment is full of meaning. No dust, no car horns, only waves and birds. Americans who used to live in big cities share that here, they sleep better, eat less, and laugh more. What makes Diani even more livable is the community. Not loud, not pretentious, simply sincere. You'll encounter the German couple who make their own yogurt to sell every morning, the Canadian woman who teaches free yoga on the beach, or the Italian old man who teaches painting to local children. Everyone was once a newcomer, and everyone remembers that feeling, so they don't let anyone stay lonely for long. A morning nod can become a conversation that afternoon. Amidst this seemingly dreamy scenery, there is still a very real truth: the need for health care. And the good news is, Diani has enough. Private hospitals like Diani Beach Hospital or Palm Beach have doctors trained in India or England, fluent in English, fast service, low cost. A general checkup, including blood pressure and basic blood tests, is about $25-35 USD. If specialized treatment is needed, nearby Mombasa has more modern international hospitals. Many retirees here choose to buy additional global health insurance, Cigna, IMG, about $120-200 USD month, as an extra safety layer. And of course, it is impossible not to mention the legal aspect. Kenya has a fairly clear retirement visa policy. The Class K permit for people over 35 years old with stable income from abroad, at least about $2,000 USD month or equivalent savings. The tourist visa is also very easy to obtain, 90-day validity, extendable, allowing you to test live before deciding to stay long-term. Regarding security, this is a constant concern when thinking about Africa, but in reality, Diani is one of the safest areas in Kenya. Tourist police operate regularly, the local community is tight-knit, and expat areas often have private security. Petty theft happens mainly due to personal carelessness, but overall, This is a place where you can walk alone at sunset without worry. And then, after everything, you begin to ask yourself, can I really live out my old age here? Mr. Paul, 67 years old from Oregon, answered that question in the simplest way. I used to think retirement meant living cautiously. In Diani, I live again. For a single person, the monthly cost of living in Diani ranges from $750 to $950 USD, including housing, food, transportation, basic healthcare, utilities, and a few coconut cocktails each week. If going with your partner, two people can live comfortably with $1,300 and $1,500 USD month. No need to sacrifice quality of life. No need to tell yourself, maybe next month will be better. Here, every month is good, because you live slowly, live joyfully, and live truthfully. If at some point you thought retirement was a period, then Diani Beach will show you. It is a semicolon, a pause, so you can continue writing the part of life that you never dared to dream before. What do you think? Is Diani a place you are ready to call home in the next chapter of your life? Leave a comment below. I choose to live in Diani if. Don't forget to like if you find this content valuable, and subscribe to the channel to continue discovering more surprising retirement paradises. Life is beautiful, as long as you choose the right place to begin again. 3. Salalah, Oman, the land of eternal summer, where retirement is not an Arab dream. There are places where you only need to look at one photo to hear the sound of the wind. Salalah is one of those places. Not dazzling like Dubai, not ancient like Cairo, Salalah does not overwhelm you, it softens you. A coastal city in southern Oman, where nature, people, and rhythm of life blend together in a strangely humble harmony. In a continent often labeled as scorching, in both literal and figurative ways, Salalah is the gentlest paradox you can find. From June to September, when the entire Middle East endures unbearable heat, Salalah transforms into a cool green paradise thanks to the Kharif monsoon. Palm hills are covered in mist, waterfalls spill from the mountains, and light drizzles fall like a soft greeting from the earth and sky. Omanis call this the season of awakening, and anyone who has experienced a Kharif carries it with them for life. Like many other retired Americans, Anne, 66 years old, from Colorado, once thought about Spain, Thailand, even Portugal. But then she accidentally read a blog about the summer city in the Middle East, and 6 months later, she signed a 1-year lease in Salalah. Not noisy, not mass tourism, this place gave her the feeling of living as if she were being sheltered. Anne rented a clean, modern one-bedroom apartment located in a quiet residential area with a supermarket right next door. The price? About $570 USD. The apartment has central air conditioning, a washing machine, a kitchen, a refrigerator, everything needed to live independently while still being comfortable. If you prefer something more spacious, with a yard and extra rooms for guests, a 2 to 3 bedroom villa on the outskirts of Salalah is only about $300 to $2,100 USD month, and many of them have private date palm gardens. Unlike major cities such as Muscat or Dubai, hotel costs in Salalah are also reasonable. A night in a 1-bedroom serviced apartment can be as low as $30 USD. Budget hotels, clean, pretty, near the beach, cost about $35-50 USD night. Want something higher end? A resort with a spa and beachfront pool is only around $100-150 USD, rarely exceeding $200. This is not a place to show off, but a place to breathe. One thing that makes foreigners, especially retirees, easily adapt in Salalah is the strange balance between classic and modern. Supermarkets have everything from French cheese to homemade hummus. Roadside cafes sell Omani-style milk coffee, but also Italian cappuccino. And the thing you will notice most clearly when living here is the people are friendly to a surprising degree. Although most speak Arabic, the majority of Omanis here communicate fluently in English, especially in healthcare, public services, or shopping. Everyone is gentle, polite. They do not interrupt, do not push, and always offer you first with a soft smile. A day in Salalah does not pass in the slow, living style of a resort village, but rather as steady living. In the morning, you walk along Mugsail Beach with its long stretches of golden sand, where sometimes dolphins swim close enough that you can see their eyes clearly. At noon, you stop by the market to buy some herb-marinated shua meat, or try the soft, sweet lamb soup called tharid. The price is only about less than 10 USD, but the flavor feels like it was simmered from the warm memories of this land. In the afternoon, you can drink mint tea in a small roadside cafe, where a few elderly men sit quietly playing chess. And at night, when the entire city sinks into warm yellow lights, you only need to stand on the balcony and listen to the mountain wind blowing through. So gentle it feels almost like a lullaby. Food costs in Salalah fall into the category of pleasantly average. One person eating comfortably, both grocery shopping and eating out, will spend around about 400–650 USD. Especially for those who like to cook, Salalah is ideal because the food is clean, the meat fresh, the vegetables diverse, the prices stable, and increases are rare. The important thing is, there is no feeling of having to scrimp, and you are not pulled into unnecessary spending. Getting around the city is also convenient. Taxis priced per kilometer are very cheap. Many people rent private cars or use local ride-hailing apps. The roads are clean and orderly, and the price of gasoline is shockingly cheap, less than 0.60 USD liter. Salalah has an international airport, meaning you can fly directly from Dubai, Qatar, India. Need to go to the capital Muscat? There are domestic flights, or a long, beautiful desert highway. Healthcare in Salalah is one of the major advantages that few people mention. Both public and private hospitals are clean, well-equipped, and have many foreign doctors. If you need a general checkup, the price is only about 30–50 USD per visit, and you can book in advance. Many expats choose to purchase additional international insurance for peace of mind when seeing specialists or receiving long-term treatment. One important point to note is, Oman does not levy personal income tax. This means your pension, if it comes from the US or Canada, will not be reduced. Every dollar you bring is used entirely for your life, and that is the difference you will feel every time you open your wallet. If you're thinking about visas, Oman is currently expanding its retirement visa program for people over 60, requiring proof of stable finances. Although not yet widely available, this policy is becoming more feasible than ever, and the Omani government is actively encouraging foreigners to live long-term, especially in lightly developed regions like Salalah. In addition, 1 to 3 month tourist visas are still easy to obtain and flexible. Enough for you to try living here and then decide. People often don't think of the Middle East as a retirement destination, especially when they are used to images of glittering Dubai or scorching deserts. But Salalah is an entirely different story. This is not a slower version of a big city. This is the original form of a peaceful lifestyle, where you can live fully without having to show that you are enjoying it. You can live here comfortably, with only 1,200 to 1,500 USD per month if living alone, and about 1,800 to 300 USD if going as a couple. Beautiful homes, good food, a safe community, cool weather, majestic nature. Not many places offer all those advantages in a life that is simple but not simplistic. What do you think about Salalah? Is this the shade of the Middle East you never imagined? Leave a comment below with the line, "I am ready to live the Kharif season if you find this video valuable, please like to support and subscribe to the channel so I can continue bringing new, livable perspectives from around the world to you. You may not decide to leave the United States right after watching this video, but at least you now know you have a choice. Retirement doesn't have to mean giving up. There is nothing wrong with wanting to slow down, spend less, but enjoy more. There is nothing wrong with wanting to wake up each morning in soft sunlight instead of the glare of bills. And if you ever thought someone like me could never dream of that, remember, another life, more peaceful, more gentle, is never too far. Sometimes it's just one plane ticket away. If this video touches on what you're thinking, leave a comment. Tell me where you're living and where you dream of going. Who knows, the next destination I make a video about might be the place you call home. Don't forget to subscribe, because I will bring many more new journeys, not for you to dream, but for you to choose. See you again, somewhere, where sunshine doesn't cost money and happiness doesn't need calculation.